It's important sometimes for us just to stop. Just stop. Smell the coffee, smell the music, and realize just what's happened here so far. Just stop. We are absolutely overwhelmed, just overcompensated, inundated with these torrents, these veritable tsunamis of data. True story, last night my wife and I went to a charity event. We're driving back, and I said, here, I want to listen to, it was Candace's latest. These are like James Bond's Red Scorpion and Volume 6, The Evil Returns. I just love this. It's a serialized. And my wife, who is obviously very, very busy, she knows I'm an ardent Candace Owens acolyte and supporter and follower, and a student, by the way, because Candace is teaching us. Don't ever think these encomia, don't ever think these paeans and panegyrics are over the top. They're not even close to being how accurate they should be. But as we're listening, I said, listen to this one. And the first thing she said was, well, how does she do this research? I said, exactly. She said, does she have a team? I said, I don't know. She must have 30 people. I said, this is just one episode. This is the most, I haven't heard a grand jury. You ever been before a grand jury? Not maybe run a grand jury, but you ever been in, it's the data to indict somebody aren't as comprehensive as this. And she says, how does she do this? I said, I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. Listen to this. This isn't just about, and see, most of the people who are the Candace detractors and distractors have this idea that she's just mean. Have you loved this? It's kind of like this free-floating, these vague indictments about, oh my God, she's so terrible. For God, there's this one clown. I'm never even going to mention their names. This one clown who says something to the effect of, I can't believe it. They waited until her husband died before they went after her. No, schmuck. Nobody. She had no significance until her husband died. That's the point. Nobody waited until her husband died. As though for years there were people with these accusations who amassed and totals these gravamens of data and accusations to make the formal floral indictment of nobody knew who she was. She was an insignificant nothing. She was a nullity. She was an insignificant twit, an insipid, vapid, void, little granular, atomistic nothing. She was an ort, a fleck. She was nothing. She was a dandruff flake on the scalp of the universe. I have no idea what that means. She had no significance until Charlie was murdered. She didn't exist. It's like the difference between probate. Probate takes effect after death. Normally, death kills things, kills causes of actions, kills legal contracts. It's dead, except for probate. It kicks in, okay? Now, everything kicked in. She came alive. Erika Kirk is the Dracula. And I'm driving, my wife's looking at me. I said, no. I said, listen to what I'm telling you. I said, this you can't believe it. I mean, I'm not one to, I don't jump into every story like this, but the symbology, the semiotics, the connective tissue of this, it's like nothing else. It is incredible. It is like this metastatic, this when or this tumor with like, they say the thing about cancers, the worst part, they have angiogenesis. It creates its own blood streams, its own blood vessels, its own connection. That's what this story is angiogenetic. This connects to this, connects to this, connects to this, and there's no such thing as an irrelevant connection. Oh, Laurie Franz, had started 30 LLCs. I got to ask you something. Have you ever heard, just forgive me if I think of something, I'm just going to tell you this. Have you heard of anybody who formed this many LLCs and partnerships and business organizations? I said, a friend of mine is in general practice, lawyer. I said, how many of these, for any of your practice, do you have any clients that have 30, 40? No, he says, I would be concerned. It's like, what do you need 30 for? That's a filing fee, that's this, there's all these records, there's books. Have you ever heard? Okay, that aside. This story is not as people say it is, this mean, kind of a mean girl, my God, this execration of this excoriation of this indictment of this poor woman just trying her best just to make things better. Oh, Lordy, I hear you, Charlie. I'm coming. No. You can tell the phoniness from the beginning. And every time I tell people, I say, wait. It's like Mandelbrot's Fractals. Benoit Mandelbrot. Check these out. The closer you get, you realize there's no end to it. It just gets deeper and deeper. Candace, remember, 2 occasions right now. Two instances. Both of them are quotes of mine, but I love from the movie from Jack Reacher. The first one, believe it or not, with Tom Cruise. Not that Trump-hating steroid goon, this ape, whoever this guy is, Tom Cruise. That's the only movie actor we still have, believe it or not. There was a scene where Tom Cruise was in a fight, and somebody wanted to engage Tom Cruise or Jack Reacher, some kind of little fisticuffs behind the bar. And Tom Cruise knew he was going to crush the man's testicles. Tom Cruise goes through, I don't know how many pairs of nads in a movie. I mean, he knew that he was going to take this person out and his friends and destroy him, cripple him, make him a eunuch, and give him a permanent limp and a bad attitude for the rest of his life. So before Tom Cruise does this, before Tom Cruise hits him with this Doc Martin right to the ugats, he looks at him and he says, "Remember, you wanted this," and that's Candace's name. Remember, you wanted this. Same thing with the Macrons. Okay. I'll just go away. It's no big deal. But no, you have to send this lawsuit or these warnings. Okay, you wanted this, Manny. You wanted this. Okay? And tell that fella of yours, she wanted it too. Could have let this go, but no, you know better. And the same thing goes with this. They went after her. These idiots, these TPUSC people. Remember how they went after people? Remember how they created that fellow, remember Wolves in Finance? Remember this kind of I don't want to say he's timid. Seems like a nice fella, a nice young man. Very thorough, kind of a forensic pathologist. Not pathologist, accountant. Remember that one? And he came out of nowhere, and he was like, oh my God, it was most thorough. And he did okay. What they did was they created another monster by sending him a cease and desist. So what does he do? He goes on the show and says, they sent me a cease and desist for the truth. And of course, all of us, Candace sounds the klaxon, and we're ready to go. We're the cavalry. We're with you there, wolves. We're with you. You're not going to with us. And there's an expression, don't with a falcon unless you can fly. And buddy, you better grow some wings, and now. It's beautiful. So what they did with her, she was, they went to her and said, come on, Candace, come on, let's see what you got. Come on, who do you think you are, huh? Who do you think you are? This is Erika Kirk. You don't understand this. She was a pageant winner. What did you ever do? Huh? This is Erika Franz. She's from a line of grifters and shills and, oh my God, and journeymen. She's got it in her DNA, and how dare you even think that you're going to come along and you're going to do what? You're going to do what? You're going to even compete with her? Don't make us laugh, honey. Don't make us laugh. Okay. And then it started. Still, the funniest thing was excuse me for that. Candace says, I'm gonna take a week off. And, okay, you guys, I'm just going to be... I'm going to take a week off. I'm going to do a little research on Erika. Well, I'll just be back with you. Oh, my God. It's going to be soon, episode 23, The Uncoming. It's going to be like a Stephen King, forget him, a Kubrick movie. Mind wide shut. So this is where we are right now. So anyway, so the latest iteration of this is Candace is throwing layers at you. Kanye and this one and that one. And the moral of the story is simply this. And one of the things I wanted to bring up to your attention in this rather circuitous and desultory and rather belabored 10-minute intro, my prolegomenon, my précis, my preface, my intro. Remember something. You don't know who is good and who's not. Every crazy person says some good stuff. Every crazy person says some good stuff. And every good person says something crazy. And when they jump at something, remember, whoever these people are, people, you got to ask, who are these people? Whatever, the deep state, police state, intel state, shadow government, ruling class, whoever they are, whoever the people are, whoever the bad guys are, who all of a sudden they say, we're going to go after Kanye. Remember Kanye? Kanye. Yay. Not even a word. Kanye. Well, we have friends. We just have, pretty soon you're going to have it's going to be the name. Either that or some kind of dyspepsia. But when Ye would say something, he was smart. I said, wait a minute. Which makes you doubly frightening. To be smart, ooh, they don't like that. Just like during the brain drain in the 60s, when Castro booted out all the intellectuals and the lawyers and the doctors and the poets. Smart people are dangerous. Oh, no. Give us your lemmings. Give us your people who just, these mindless acolytes, these minions, these people who don't think. But anyway, but she realized and made me realize that Kanye is another one who makes a lot of sense, who is very, very good. Very, 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 very good. So here we are right now. As this is evolving, we're going back and back and back, and you're realizing back with messages. And put it this way. There is this wonderful, seemingly no end to the development of this. Pardon me. I'm always making notes. Always making notes. There's these things, these little wonderful pieces of notes, of fact, which I'm fascinated by. And one of them is the idea that within one, there is another. Within one particular note or fact, there's another. It's like a Russian vase configuration. You open up this one, there's another one. And then there's another one. And then there's another one. We're not done yet. And then we're realizing how deep this gets. And meanwhile, two things are happening. The complexity is never for naught. Candace never throws out a particular information, some I don't know, news fact, some ort that doesn't make any sense. There's a reason for that. It's not granular for the sense of being granular. It makes sense. There's something interstitial, like offal, like connective tissues, like the cartilage of the story. Ligaments and cartilage. All right, that's one thing. There's a reason also. You see the complexity of where this is going, but then the best of the best of the best of the best. And this is what I want to tell you. This is the denouement, ladies and gentlemen. This is the conclusion. This is the aha, the valedictory. This is where it all comes together. If you're going to ask whomever, whether it's the Almighty, luck, God, fate, please give me the best issue there is. Please. I feel like sharpening my fangs. I want to make a case. I want to deliver and mete out justice. Please make sure you give me one thing. And what is that? Give me stupid people. Stupid, vainglorious, stuck-up, hypocritical morons who don't know when their own particular fate is at stake. Please. You cannot give. You cannot present anybody as stupid. I mean, fundamentally stupid. A Boeotian. A diblet, a icona, a dullard. Adult. The other day, Christine, and please forgive me. Forgive me, I beg contrition. This is my apologia. Her name is Christine Fekete. I had some weird, I don't know, some kind of just a blatant. I sucked out of it any kind of flair of pronunciation. Fekete. Please follow her, Christine Fekete, who did a wonderful tribute and panegyric. Thank you. But she had this picture of bless her heart, bless her heart. Sarah Huckabee Sanders standing next to this one, to Erika. And by the way, the fascia tips about the elbow and the absolute classic. I'll let you repeat that. Remember, sometimes you go, ooh, that's a great joke. Ooh, was it bad? No, it's funny. But you got to go, ooh. And all of our jokes are, anyway. When you watch her, you see, you know who's a little destarura, a little pazzo, a little shingada, a little, is Sarah Huckabee. Thank you, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. And with all due respect, please, sometimes I think the president, he's got a lot in his mind. You know, he's a little busy lately. You know, whether you like it or not, he's a little busy. And maybe somebody said, Mr. President, yeah. What is it? Erika Kirk is here. Huh? Charlie? Oh, yeah, sure. He's probably thinking, everything's groovy. He's probably thinking of, oh, yeah, TVUSA Charlie. No. Have you been watching this devolution? No, I've been a little busy. So he doesn't know. He needs somebody there. He needs, believe it or not, he needs just to, I don't know if she probably wouldn't do this, but she needs somebody like us, maybe like a Candace, to say, no. How about him? He's good, not her. Because they don't realize it. Because they have not immersed themselves in the minutia, in the interstellar connective tissue of this lunacy. They don't understand it. So when you watch her now, just the other day when she showed up at this high school, and there's Sarah, or Hera Huckabee as they call it, when Sarah Huckabee Sanders is standing there, and she's talking about, and she has a very nice, she reminds me of like an assistant principal. And she has devoted herself for years and years to the cause of finding a coalition of all the Verity and children. Okay, fine. She could have read that about anybody. Anyway, there she is. You got to watch her. Go back and watch it. Go back and watch our girl. Watch EK. She always looked like she just dropped something. She always looked like she was carrying something to the table, and she tripped over the cat and dropped it. And you're saying, it's okay. It's okay. She said, I know. Just know you love that teapot. It's okay. That's her. I'm trying to find a way to explain. It's a little side issue. I met Bill Clinton one time. Whether you like him or not, it doesn't matter. The guy had a charisma. It's true what they said. And I was trying to figure out the way when he met you, he met everybody in the room. And for 5 seconds, he made them feel like they were the most important person in the world. I saw women were just passing out. And when I met him, I don't know if he knew who I was, but he was all right. But you know what he did? Because I'm trying to catch that look to try to explain it to somebody who ever tried to play him. He's like your father who's proud of you after you got an A on a report. Like he would say to you, and I just want you to know, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You're my boy. You're my boy. We thought you, when you fell on your head in that fertilizer accident, we thought you'd be stupid. But you're not. You got a C+ all on your own. We're proud of you, boy. That's Bill Clinton. Well, Erika, her little prompt, if you would use AI talk, prompt to give an actress is, she broke something, and she's feeling bad, and you're trying to console her. It's not that she lost her husband, and she's now Erika, it's okay now. We're all human. I know, Mr. Johnson, but she loved that teapot. I know, we can get another one. We're glad you're okay. All right, okay. I just want you to know I didn't know that cat was there. Sorry about that. I didn't know the cat was there. I didn't know. That's her. That's the way to do it. That's the trick. It's never about Charlie. Notice how she goes like this. By the way, as a grief counselor, not that I am, but if somebody would say, you buying this? It's like, you know what? Normally, grief abates, it lessens, it hardens, it consolidates, it does a lot of things. And her grief is becoming certainly performative. It's becoming at a level that is like nothing we've ever seen before. It is the same. I could give you all of the grief episodes from September, was it 3? So we're talking about what 6 months, right? Roughly. So we're take all of those. And if I could play them, and I'd say, guess which one, just guess. Which one was recent, which one was now. You couldn't tell. Each of them is fungible. Each of them is identical in presentation to the other. You can't tell. Grief sometimes will, like anything else, it will harden, it will resolve, never goes away, but it becomes determined, and people will talk about it differently. Even the woman, even that woman, the Ukrainian mother who lost her beloved, remember her daughter in that horrible stabbing, even she had a different form. It was almost like a deadlier. It evolves. It's not protean. It doesn't transmogrify, but it to an extent it becomes different phases, different shit. Erika is the same. It's the same act. She's giving a play. She does a play. She's at the Brooks Atkinson Theater. She's on Broadway. She's got eight shows a week. That's it. Matinee. And she does this thing. She's got to give you this performance. This is scene one, act whatever. Boom, that's it. Or act one, scene two. This is it where she's standing there. And she's got to do it every single way for this audience and this audience and this audience. It's the same. And nobody even talked to her and said, would you like to hear something about human nature? I don't care about human nature. You know you're not doing this because she is so immersed in this, I don't know what it is, this deluded fantasy of her greatness, her resilience, her magnanimity, her immane stature, this colossus. She is a Christian titan or titaness, yes. She's Mount Rushmore, she's Mount Fuji, she's Mount Ararat, and Mount Everest. She is in the pantheon. She is Athena. She's everything. She's heroic. She's bold. She's great. She's inspiring. Super hot. Still thinks that. Sexy while down to earth. Admired and loved by art. Completely and totally deluded. Floating in her own particular parallel universe and her delusion inertia bubble where she believes this is true. And that is what's happening. So what I say to you, oh Lord, I say to you, what you are seeing right here is some of the most wonderful performative truth I've ever seen. In our lifetime, we'll look back and say, do you remember when I was watching some old YouTube thing about Babe Ruth. And when Babe Ruth came out, and the Bambino, and when you grew up with Babe, there was only one Babe Ruth. Well, one day we're going to say, now, little Toby, let me tell you about Candace Owens. You don't remember her, but when she was about your age, she took the world by storm. She came in there, and she gave us something we've never, ever known before. Truth. Or some people say truth. Truth, justice. She took her focus, her steely-eyed, intellectual, laser-like focus, and she went after that which was mendacity, which was prevarication, which was an attenuation of the truth of fact. And she took her dear friend Charlie, and she made sure that she sought vindication and justice for Charlie. And all of the people who found themselves to be charlatans, all of them to be fugazi, fictive, fictional, synthetic, those who pretend to be his friends, and those parasites. Oh my God, those scavengers, those parasites, TPUSA, some of the strangest people ever. Oh my God. Each one weirder than the other. And then, we saw it. And then afterwards, we realized one thing. After all those years, after all was said and done, you know what was weird about this whole thing? They had her hooks into Charlie since day one. Since day one. He never had a chance. He wasn't a complicated man. He wasn't a sophisticated man. And that was part of his genius. He was just a good man. Just a good man. And he might have actually fallen in love. Might have really thought it was true. Might have seen a vision of a family, a loving wife, a family imbued and consecrated in the blood of Jesus, someone who was followed the Lord's work, who was Christian through and through, who were motivated by good. And they got him. They got him. They said, oh, no, Charlie. Because you know what they say in the world of the mob. See, while I'm here in New York, there's a few of them fellas around here. Did you know that? That's true. And there's one thing they always say. If they're going to get you, it's going to be from someone you know. Somebody you never saw coming. Not a hitman, but your best friend. Why I'm doing this affected voice, I have no idea. Sometimes I just slip into it. But Charlie never saw it coming. And we're going to continue. And I want you to know that I hereby designate my focus, my attention to you, and to thank you for your in my new family. We are the family of truth. And at the seat of this, to use the word, the Pope, the papacy, il Papa, or, in our particular case, is Candace, who came along and said, watch this. And I'm going to leave you with this. There has never been, nor will there ever be, any investigation from the Watergate to the 9/11 Commission to JFK to the Warren Commission that is as singular, as comprehensive, and as brutal with the truth, as has been the efforts of Candace Owens. That simple. That simple. So I thank you for that. I thank you. And I thank you, dear friends. Please like the video. Please, if you could and you would. Subscribe, I dare say. Subscribe to my channel, my humble channel, which you have blessed with your brilliance. I've got some questions for you to review, and now I ask you as always, to continue blessing me with your faith and your follow, so to speak, and comment as you see fit.